Welcome everyone to Merri Bowl in Livonia for the exciting semifinal rounds of the Bowling Showcase Challenge, Merri Bowl Region. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and thanks for continuing to join us for this exciting competition. First off, I'd like to thank our host center, Merri Bowl. Come check them out sometime. Now, if you remember from our previous episodes, this year's Bowling Showcase Challenge is divided into two regions, the Merri Bowl region and the Century Bowl region. Each region consists of 8 teams, and over the last 4 weeks, we've seen those 8 teams, which make up the region, battle head-to-head in Baker format single-game elimination. Now, after 4 weeks of first-round action, only 4 teams remain to continue their quest to be the last team standing and earn the right to battle the winner of the Century Bowl region for the ultimate prize and be crowned the 2019 Bowling Showcase Challenge champion. So now you're up to date. The semifinal rounds of the Merri Bowl region. This week's regional semifinal match features Ansara facing off against Merri Bowl. Ansara, they got here by beating Cherry Hill Lanes North in round 1. And their opponent today is Merri Bowl, who punched their ticket to the semifinals beating Mayflower back in week 4, setting up our match today. Both of these teams are one step away from the regional title match and getting the chance to compete for the championship. As before, joining me for all this bowling action is Robin Orlikowski, Women's Series standout and member of Team Canada. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the start of semifinal action next on Bowling Showcase.
Won a lot of professional tournaments. We won a lot of tournaments worldwide. I mean, we won more in the last 10 years worldwide than any company. We make good bowling balls, and good players use our bowling balls because they can win with them.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Rich Glom, Managing Partner of Merri Bowl Lane. On behalf of my staff and my entire Merri Bowl family, we want to welcome you to this year's 2018 semifinals of the Bowling Showcase Adult Challenge. At this time, we want to turn it over to Mark Martin and the Metro Detroit USBC. Take it away, Mark.
Okay, here we are in the second semifinal match of the Merri Bowl region. It's been 5 weeks already. This is week 6. Got a great match today. We got Ansara and Merri Bowl. The winner will then face Woodland in the finals of the region next week. So Ansara bowled pretty decent the first time. You know, they beat Cherry Hill Lanes North 204 to 154. And Merri Bowl beat Mayflower 203 to 187. So we'll see what happens today.
Yeah, just a 1-pin difference between the games.
Between their
so
games,
it's,
yes.
I'm expecting a very good showing here.
That will certainly be nice, that's for sure. So Ansara's on the left. Leading off for Ansara is Chuck Morris.
Chuck just loves the sport. He just can't get enough of it. He's got a high of an 835 series. Went back to school after 30 years and received an associate degree in accounting.
Okay, strike for Chuck.
Nice way to start out the game here, getting his team fired up.
Yep.
That's what you need. You need, like, your first bowler should be that person that shows you the line that's a pretty consistent bowler, so that can get you fired up and give you a good read of the lane conditions as well.
Okay, Katie Bishop up on the right-hand lane for Merri Bowl. Katie, a frequent competitor on the Women's Series.
And she's a 2-time Jackson Queens champion. A little high in the pocket there, trips the 4 forward.
But it carried.
Yep, a nice big smile from her again.
All right, so now Michelle Berriman's up for the Ansara team.
She likes to go by the name Shelly. She's got a high average of 228.
Yep, and back in round 1 competition, she threw 2 strikes.
Oh, no.
10 pin.
Thought maybe we'd have a rolling pin there, but no.
Goes over and gets her spare ball.
She's getting a spare ball, which I like to see. She was talking to me before the match and was just saying how nerve-wracking all of this is. She's really nervous, but no problem.
She sure didn't look like it there.
Look at that smile. I love it. I think she's showing her teammate Darren how to pick up a 10 pin.
Ooh, that could be. Is that woman-on-woman advice there? Is that what you're doing?
Well, they seem to be razzing him a little bit.
That's right. Sydney Forrester up for Merri Bowl on the right-hand lane. Goes high.
High 6'10".
Leaves the 6'10".
He's going to grab a different ball there. Looks like it's could be a spare ball.
Well, it's different, that's for sure.
Ooh.
He looked like he might have been a little worried about it.
Slightly.
Lou Ansara, the sponsor of this team, and the sponsor of several teams, especially in the Detroit All-Star Classic. I think he sponsors 4 of the 10 teams.
Wow. He really gives back to the sport. It's
He
great to
does.
see it. So thankful for that.
Leaves the 4-7.
A little fast 8 there, sometimes you might call that.
Yep.
He has 3 300s to his name and has a high series of a 767. Looks like he's going to use his strike ball here, so he's going to hook into it, probably stand a little bit more further to the right. Hook right into it. Oh, thankful for the wall. Thank you, wall. It's nice that everybody can have fun together.
That's right.
You're competitors, but still having fun.
Matt Rist up for Merri Bowl on the right-hand lane.
He's an alumni from Michigan State University. He has 2 800s to his name with a high of an 811. Nice.
And nice strike by
Nicely
Matt.
done.
That gives Merri Bowl a 2-pin lead through 3 frames. Coming up next for the Ansara team, Trey Raines.
Dad got him started in the sport. Likes to bowl a lot of tournaments as much as he can. Looks forward to bowling the city tournament and the state masters. He does say that he likes golf more than he does like bowling. But
Nice ball.
a strike like that.
Well, you might like golf more than you like bowling, but there's certain times a year in the state of Michigan you can only bowl.
True. Well, you can bowl all year in Michigan. Unfortunately, you can only golf 3 or 4 months.
That's right. That's true.
Although in December, they were playing golf in late mid-December.
Oh yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Oh.
All right, Jim had a nice
Jim Skinner leaves the 10-pin.
nice shot there. Gonna use a plastic ball to go straight at his 10.
Merri Bowl with a 2-pin lead. And he covers it easily, Jim does. 2-pin lead for Merri Bowl, and Sarah working on a strike. Darren Flores coming up. Remember back in round 1, Darren Flores left a 10-pin the first time up and missed it. Left a 10-pin the second time up and missed it.
And they still
I sure
kept him.
hope he's been practicing his 10-pin.
I hope so too. And they still kept him in the 5-man spot.
They did.
Lofted it there.
No chance for a 10-pin there.
I think he's pretty excited that he left no pin standing.
Relieved, I think, was.
Yeah, yeah. Thank goodness they all fell.
John Kurtz, Captain John Kurtz, up for the Merri Bowl team. He was the coach of the winning youth challenge team.
Oh, that's exciting.
He would love to double up with his with the adult thing.
Well, he finished strong the last time he bowled with 3 strikes in the 10th for his team.
Game a little light.
Ball went a little long there, leaving the bucket. I enjoyed talking with John before they started bowling, learning a little bit more about when he was bowling at Lawrence Tech. He bowled with Dan Ottman and Bill Wasserberger, who were 2 very influential people in the industry within the sport. Ooh, all right.
Good cover. Okay, we finished 5 frames now. We're halfway through this final semifinal match. And Ansara has a 12-pin lead. Teams are going to change lanes. So what do you think? You got any favorites in this?
You
See
know,
any trends?
well, Ansara's got a double going. So it seems like maybe it's in.
Maybe a big part of that is the fact that Darren Flores finally threw a strike and didn't leave a 10-pin.
Yeah, true. He was pretty.
What do you think?
He was pretty excited not to leave anything.
Could very well be. Well, we'll be back right after these messages on Bowling Showcase Challenge Edition, Merri Bowl Region.
The hug pickup, the home run swing, the drum major high step, the genuine joy, the unforgettable party, the food, the friends, the original social network. No matter who you are, it's always a great time. Grab your family, find a friend, and go bowling.
Okay, the teams have switched lanes now. Merri Bowl's on the left and Ansara's on the right. Ansara's got a nice 12-pin lead.
12 pins at this point is not a lot.
No.
So you can't wrap it up and go home. You know, you still have to put the pressure on and throw good shots.
I agree.
So it's not how you start, it's how you finish. In 5 frames, a lot can happen.
I heard you say that before.
I know, it's my motto.
You like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Katie Bishop coming up for the Merri Bowl team on the left-hand lane.
You know, Katie talked about how she was nervous, and I'm not really seeing it today. You know,
I don't see it with her either.
Very first time when she bowled a couple weeks ago, she went Brooklyn the first one, but then she was solid after that. So I think she's got the jitters out, and she really is very a powerful bowler.
Oh, she carried over to Brooklyn side,
You know,
left a 6-pin.
Maybe it's that lane for her.
It could be.
That was the same lane that she Brooklyned on before. But
That's true.
Left the 6-pin here. Went and got a different ball. Looks like she changes out her thumbs. But that's that same thumb from her strike ball into her spare ball there.
So the interchangeable thumb gives the bowler the right feel, the same feel, no matter what piece of equipment, right?
Exactly. All right.
And she covers it up.
Perfect.
So leading off for Ansara again working on a double. Now have a 13-pin lead. Chuck Morris coming up. Threw a strike back in the first frame.
We have quite a bit of lefties bowling in this challenge series.
More this year than I've recall in the past.
All right.
Good ball by
Solid.
Chuck. Extends the lead to 23 pins for Ansara. Merri Bowl better kind of start throwing some strikes.
Yeah, we needed some of those pins to carry here.
I mean, I know it's only 23 pins, and you know that, like in that last semifinal match, when Dan Jordan threw that 7-10 split in the 9th frame, even though they recovered from it, your lead can dissipate real quick.
Yeah, you open the door. So last shot here, you had a 6-10.
Yep, Sydney Forrester.
All
Here's
right.
the 10
A
pin.
little flat there. So the 6-10, he came in too high. This one was just slightly flat.
Yeah, so he made whatever adjustment he needed to make to try to get back to the pocket. Just didn't get back and just didn't carry that corner pin.
Changes to a spare ball here.
Easily covers a 10 pin.
Well done.
Okay, Michelle Berriman, or Shelly as she likes to be called, is now up on the right-hand lane for Ansara. Ansara working on 3 strikes. Shelly threw 2 strikes back in the first round. Left a 10 pin back in the second frame of this match and covered it.
Been very consistent. She's really working through her game because she had a knee replacement, so her game's changed slightly.
And she throws a strike 4 in a row now for Ansara. Extend the lead now to 34 pins.
Well done. She's been a key player for their team.
She has been, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Matt Rist up. Young man, you had a strike last time. Young man, you need a strike this time.
Matt's 23 years old. He's a design engineer at Hilux Corporation. Graduated from Michigan State University. I really like how solid he is at the line. Like, posts the shot, keeps his back leg, his trail leg down the floor.
Definitely.
Nicely done.
Definitely. And he listened to me that time.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to say it for Lou then?
Well, Lou, your team's on 4 strikes in a row. It's time for you to perform. That's not what I meant.
Oh.
Oh, carried it out. So he broke up the split.
Yeah.
Left the 4-7.
I wonder if they win the whole series, do they go to Red Robin and celebrate with some like milkshakes or something?
They could be.
All right, it's hooking at it here. Covers it.
So Merri Bowl now on a strike with a 32-pin deficit. Jim Skinner coming up. Left a 10-pin back in the 4th frame.
He's got a high average of 233. Started bowling at the age of 26. Dad got him started.
And carries it.
As the series has gone on, we've seen a little bit of the lighter hits mixing up and carrying.
That's true.
All right, up we've got Trey here. Let's see how he can help out his team.
So Merri Bowl has a max score of 224, and Sarah's going at a 226 pace.
Close games, I like it. Foundation frame here, 9th frame. Pretty important here to stay clean as much as possible.
Uh-oh.
Did I just jinx them? I must have just
Up
jinxed
pops
them.
the devil.
Uh-oh.
The double pinochle.
The 9th frame seems to be a difficult frame because last week we saw a 7-10.
Dan Jordan leave that 7-10 on the same lane.
It was the same lane. So this one, the big 4 is what we like to call it, is going to be very hard to pick up. At this point, I would say you try to go for it as much as you can.
Well, he got 2. It gives him 190 through 9. They have a 220 max score. Merri Bowl has a 224 max score. Captain John Kurtz up now on lane 5 here at Merri Bowl.
He's highly involved in the youth program here at Merri Bowl and is very proud to be involved with that. Giving back to the sport, that's what he said, he liked giving back. Solid shot.
And he leaves a 10 pin.
He may have been just a little tentative on that one. I feel like he was just not as aggressive with his release.
I would agree. Looked like he, even back in the 5th frame, when he left that bucket, it looked like he's a little bit left of where he was in the 1st round.
All right.
And he covers it up.
I like that he went straight at it there.
So Merri Bowl has 183 in the 9th, spare up in the 10th. Max score now 203. Ansara has 190 in the 9th.
Definitely need to go for as many pins as possible to try to end this game on a high note, to still put some pressure to fill that frame for in Sarah's team.
And he carries the strike for 203 for Merri Bowl. So now Darren Flory's coming up. Let's see what he does.
You know, I have to say that, you know, I really hope, I'm really pulling for him because he needs to redeem himself from before with his team.
Well, now he's got a chance. Before it didn't, I mean, they end up winning anyway in spite of him.
Right.
But now everything's on him.
And he struck in the 5th frame,
He
so.
struck in the 5th frame.
Falling off balance a little there, but still carried.
And he got it.
All right.
So now he needs 4 pins in 2 balls to clinch the match.
Pretty sure he's going to do it.
I would think so. We'll see.
He's got a high series of 890. I couldn't even imagine. That is huge. Good shot there.
And another
Little
strike.
light. Now at this point, you know you've won. You just want to throw a nice shot. Like, get your feel for the next match. Maybe this would be a good time to even try a different ball, just to see how it would react.
Could be.
So,
but it doesn't look like that's what he's doing. Feels confident in what he's got.
yeah, he's got 3 strikes already this game.
That's right.
But it's a prime opportunity just to pull something else out and give it a try. So because you might need to go to that at some point.
So 219 is the final score for Ansara, 203 for Merri Bowl. Merri Bowl had a clean game, but only had 1 double.
Yeah, yeah. And when it comes into the Baker format,
Ansara had that double pinochle by Trey Raines in the 9th, but before that had a 4-bagger.
yeah, yeah.
So that was really the whole difference in the match.
Yeah, when you can get them, you know, back to back, that's going to help you a lot more in this quick format. Both great games by both.
They were. So we'll be back after these messages. We'll have Rich Glome, our proprietor, interviewing the winning team, Ansara, as Ansara now moves into the finals against Woodland. Looking forward to it right after these messages.
Come on, Lou, you got to get in the camera now. You got to hide behind Michelle all the time.
Michigan State USBC provides tournament competition and recognition for men, women, and youth in Michigan. The championship events for this season include the Women's Championship beginning in February in Lansing, the Open Championship beginning in January in Grand Blanc, and the Youth Championship beginning in March in Granville and Comstock Park. These events are open to all members of the association based on gender and membership. Other events for higher average bowlers include the Youth Masters in November in Battle Creek, the Queens in April in Sanford, the Senior Masters for those over 50 in March, and Masters in April, both in Battle Creek. Pepsi Youth events take place in your league, with qualifiers advancing to the state finals in May in Troy and Sterling Heights. Visit MichiganStateUSBC.com for entry blanks and more information on the Michigan State USBC.
We are, and welcome back, everyone. What another great match, another close match coming down to the 10th frame. It is all exciting, all out here. And Michelle, what do you have to say about that match?
Yeah, that was a really close match, but we had some redemption on that match, Mr. Anchor Bowler here, so we were happy to win that.
Yeah, spares are a premium, and luckily they didn't come down to spares again. Is that right?
That is correct.
Well, congratulations there, Team Ansara. You are in the finals against Woodland. Congratulations. And we're going to turn it over to Mark and Robin.
Well, thanks, Rich. That was another great match.
Yeah.
You know, so in the first round, we had a couple matches that weren't really all that great.
Yeah, right.
You know, but,
well, they were still nice matches. They're just
nice
a
matches.
big pin
Right.
difference, but
You know,
yeah.
But now we get to the finals. We've got Woodland and Ansara. What are you expecting there?
Well, I liked to see that Darren had practiced his 10 pins, and even though he didn't need to, it was nice to see that he helped out his team a little bit there. But, you know, both these teams have fought hard this whole time, so coming down to the championship match, it's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be good.
That's right. So the finals next week on the Merri Bowl Region Bowling Showcase Challenge, Ansara versus Woodland. Should be a great match. We'll see you then.